We live a life for hustle, but smile, man, despite the...
Even without childbearing, there are people who still want to do this thing. So.
And this obsession with men with young girls.
Okay, so I mean, check out what different ladies are doing nowadays. The way they take care of their body, stuff like that. If you see a 40-year-old now, 40 is like the new 18.
I know.
Do you guys
like life begins at 40.
40 is the new 18, or in fact, some people even say 40 is the new 16. The way guys and ladies are looking nowadays, and I mean, I don't know what you guys feel about it.
No, I agree because people have started to redefine themselves as soon as they hit that age. You know, the community wants you to feel like, oh, you're aged because you're 40.
Right.
But then you like, I know I'm not going to take this comment, so I'm going to show them that.
And have you guys noticed how people are so proud to even announce their ages nowadays? Like,
yes.
Unlike before,
I
don't even want anybody to know how old I am.
Exactly.
Like now they're like, I'm 40. Everybody know, you know?
Yeah. And when I look back at myself before 40, man, youth is wasted on the young. If I knew the things
that you know now
20 years ago, what I knew now, they wouldn't be ready. I mean, 40 is the new 18. Oh, really? Yes.
I think the age is just in the brain.
Yeah, like they say, age is just a number.
Yeah, I agree.
40 for me. Sometimes I forget my age. That's the truth. I forget, like I'm like, oh,
you have to do math. I have to count
because I know I don't look my age. I don't talk my age. I'm just me. I still feel like, oh, I'm 18. If you see me with my nieces, sometimes when we talk, you're like, they're like, even remind me. They always forget. Like they forget that we're not the same age. Like, are you okay?
We are okay.
I have to like put a boundary. I'm like, hey,
you know,
your person.
We are like boundary wine. We get better with age.
And they always tell me like, oh, sorry, I can't believe your age. Like, are you serious?
Yeah, I see the African side of you. That's you putting the boundary in it.
Yes,
if you were not an African, you wouldn't even remember the age. Are you okay or you're not? Everybody just flows along.
Oftentimes I do that. I'm like, I have to check them. Like, no.
Yeah, you can't say this all week.
Because they forget. And so that's the good thing. So when it comes to like, noticing your body and all that, it goes a lot.
And then noticing your body, being particular about your body is what leads people to, thinking of surgeries, thinking of going to
age. I mean, these days, everybody, whatever age, people do it. It doesn't have to be like until you are 40 or age.
People are just generally conscious of their body.
Stuff like that. I am not conscious of my body, but I think my outside should match my.
Are you sure?
I think my outside should match my inside. Hey, I don't
Well,
there's no reason why I shouldn't be looking like 15 out there.
No, but that's the reason why they say you're conscious of your body. And you are. Because if you don't want to look like a particular age, then you're being conscious.
It's not conscious.
Hold on.
It's about equilibrium. It's about...
Hey, you go to the gym why do you go to the gym? To look healthy or to lose some
exactly. Exactly. So that's being conscious of your body.
Well,
that's you.
I am different. Unlike everybody here, I am single. I'm over 42. I am looking for husband number 3. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So what would you do? Would you do anything to change any part of you because you are now looking for someone?
Now we get into the juicy part.
Do you think?
Forget the gym. If I can get one of those mommy makeovers, it's like a tummy tuck. Yes, cosmetic surgery. Yes, why not? Do you know what it is to carry?
No.
Yes.
Well, I'm indifferent.
For me, it's a no.
No.
Okay.
For me, I'm for it.
I'm for it.
If you feel you want to do it.
Okay. Have you guys seen one size of my baby? Is that Bella is 8 years old wearing size 8 shoe? This child was like this.
It's not fair. It will never be the same. Everything don't rip up, scatter. I have want to get, mommy makeover, let them stitch up.
So why do you think that? Why do you suddenly think you should do that now? Why didn't you do it as soon as you had? Is it because of more exposure, or why are you thinking that you really need surgery or?
Nah, I have the money now. When I was young, I didn't have the money.
I always wanted. So that's another point.
If you had the money and by the time you put to bed, you will do it. I see people do it nowadays. Like once they give birth, once they are okay, they go for the
There's
surgery.
people that do it. I had a boss when I was working in finance in New York City. His wife had 3 kids. After each kid, as part of the C-section, they tuck it one time.
Wow.
I don't know why black women think that this doesn't apply to
Well, it's not. I don't think black women think, because I have people who are not even married and are willing to go under the knife. Not married, but they just want to talk the little thing they have and then put it in their bum. I have a lady who works in my apartment complex. I'm sure you know her. Maybe you've seen her somewhere, but I know this lady very well. And then all of a sudden, I saw her appear from somewhere with this big butt. I'm like, excuse me, how did this happen?
woman power.
She's not married.
But have you ever thought, like, it doesn't have to be surgery? Isn't there another way of doing this thing?
It doesn't look alike. Exactly.
It doesn't work. I tried everything.
I'm going to
Seriously?
because there are other ways you can get your
Exactly.
former bangy body, whatever you want.
It takes a lot.
It takes a lot.
Isn't there another way to do this body sculpturing and all without having to go under the knife? Personally, I feel
Tell me which other way now. Let's hear.
personally,
I want to know.
The problem with people these days is we want fast results.
Exactly.
It's the truth. We want fast results.
Mhm.
Because the truth of the matter is, the truth of the matter is, there are other. Well, I would say other ways. At least I know one. At least I know one.
Yeah.
That is number one: eating right,
Which is
exercising,
more healthy than
getting more active.
yeah.
These things actually work.
It takes time.
That's the problem. But you see, if you think about the consequences of going under the knife, then you would rather go for this other option. So that's what that's my opinion, though.
Yeah, your opinion.
With on that, I'm going to support Tommy, 100% on that, because taking it the other way is actually more healthier. Then you're also in control. You know what you are doing. We have some botch jobs. People go under the knife and they got some botch jobs done. Now, how do you rectify those? Then you have to keep going and going,
Exactly.
which is detrimental to your health.
But my perception to these other ways that you're talking about is it's a little bit different. You said eating right. Look at the situation that we are in this country. People get to go to work. Some people work 2-3 jobs. How do they manage to eat right?
Right here. That is where it comes. Planning comes in, because if you're saying that now, even let's leave this cosmetic surgery away from what we're talking about. If you want to live long, you need to plan yourself.
Yeah.
Eating burger, eating all this street food won't help.
I don't eat none of that. Look at me.
Hold on. It's not the
You're not breathing in your
Yeah.
He's watching the food.
No, but it's just not even eating right. A lot of things, you see, eating right, sleeping right,
Sleeping right.
rest.
Yeah, and that's the same thing I'm talking about. Sometimes, many times, personally,
Right.
I only have a child. I don't have a whole family to take care of. But the truth is, I don't even sleep right. I don't have 8 hours of sleep. I can't have it. I have too many things up on the top of my head.
The truth is, you can. I don't know what to do, but you can.
Okay, how about
I agree.
It's your life.
I agree that we
Fine,
can, but let's talk about this. I always, I've been in corporate a long time, leading teams, and I always tell my team, work smart, not hard.
That's it.
Let's take a moment of silence for the God that give all these plastic surgeons. Understand it.
That's my girl.
It is. We use apps and technology for everything in our life. We have smart homes, smart cars.
Exactly.
Why can't I have a smart phone? But this kind of
Simple. And why can't you that's doing it smart, because within a short time you're getting the results you
My
want.
results like this.
Why
If I
sleep
need
on
to go
it?
on a diet, I need at least 4 or 6 weeks. Even to go to the gym, I need at least a month to get the results.
the trip is next week. That's what
You can't even get a result in 1 month if you be true to yourself.
Let's go to the same.
Can I ask a question? Okay. I'm looking at it from that point, from that angle. Look at it this way. If you go ahead to do your cosmetic surgery or whatever, remember there are consequences for everything you do.
Exactly.
Yes.
As good as anything comes, I mean, you're looking good.
I agree. Yeah.
The truth is, there are consequences.
Agree.
Swelling,
Oh, yeah.
Even long-term effects. That's true.
infection.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's leave this. Now, if we go to this angle of eating healthy, exercising, and doing all this stuff, tell me the side effects of those.
It costs money. I want to hear it costs money. It costs money and time that you don't have.
No.
It costs as a single mother.
Thirdly,
Excuse
it can
me.
even cost
Excuse
you
me.
injury in the gym. What if you go tear?
Exactly.
Those are not valid reasons. Those are not valid reasons.
And then
Cosmetic surgery is not more expensive than going through this route. What do you mean?
No.
It's even more expensive.
no. By the expense, for the cost. For the cost, you're going to spend so much more time and so much more money going to gym, and for that you also have to maintain it.
Exactly.
You can't just go to the gym, get the body and stop there.
So
No, you have to continuously go there.
Done today. Are you saying that is the head? You're not going to go back to the surgeon
No,
to
you
touch
still need
up
to
or whatever.
maintain.
I understand the points for and against, cosmetic surgery, but I want to bring a very a salient point, and this is a lot of women who have had children, especially those who've had humongous babies like Isabella. Everybody knows Isabella, right? Her child is humongous. God bless her. But after you go through childbirth, there is something called diastasis recti. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly. What this means is that your stomach muscles separate. So you have muscles on the left side and your right side of your stomach. Right, your abs, right? The 2-pack, 3-pack, 4-pack, 6-pack, 8-pack. And before you have a baby, it's all separate, it's all connected in the center. When you have a huge baby, these muscles separate permanently. It rips. And what it means is, even after you deliver the baby, it's not a matter of fact. What happens is that after you eat, after anything, all of your organs come pouring out in this space that is left by a diastasis recti. The only thing that can repair this is some type of cosmetic surgery. So for me, I think I deserve it,
So will you call that?
Well, some people say that they have exercises and diets for diet. I mean, if you have the time to do that, because it will take a long time.
Nothing can heal this rib. It's an injury. It's an injury.
And then, like she says, that should be probably called.
Surgery.
Yeah,
So
no.
if you need to do something like that,
Yes.
please go ahead and do it.
Yes.
Somebody that's been in fire incident, all those things. Sometimes you have to go under the knife to get some skin patched up and all those things. So if you want to do that, please go ahead. But don't tell me that you're okay, you're healthy, you have everything that you need, except maybe big butts, big bums, or you want your face lifted, or you want your nose adjusted for some certain reasons best known to you. I'm not going to support it.
Yeah, but another thing I would say is that whatever makes you feel good, because in this life there's really nothing you can do to please anyone. So whatever makes you feel good. I have people who we're talking about the people that are. It's not like we're concentrating on people that already have kids or that have a family. I have people who feel like they're not self-confident because they look a certain way. So if you have the funds and if it makes you feel better, because if you're tiny, there's actually somebody that would like you. If you're big, there's actually someone that would like you. So whatever makes you feel good, regardless of whether anybody appreciates it or not, I would say go for it.
I don't understand what all the hullabaloo is about. What's the difference between getting cosmetic surgery versus wearing makeup, versus wearing waist trainer? It's all enhancement. The only difference is the price tag.
And that's where we see, and that's where it comes into some cultural things when Africans, men talk about big bum and all that kind of a thing.
So do you think like men?
But cosmetic surgery is more
women
of
to
a
do all
permanent
these
thing.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like that's where feeling self-confident comes around. You feel, because this guy is going to look at me this way. I see he noticed guys that have is a guy that like light-skinned people or that like people with big bum, and then people go out of their way to try to please. By the time you come back, it doesn't mean that same person will still appreciate you, but if it makes you still feel better, I will still say go for it. Don't think of it in the general notes.
This is very valid. Honestly speaking, this all goes back to patriarchy.
Yeah.
And, unfortunately, the male sense of having ownership over women's bodies.
Mm-hmm.
I think the need and the drive and the desire to do these things in the female community is really coming from the feedback we're getting from men.
Yeah.
If the men would look at our inner beauty
And not
the outer beauty.
you know,
Yeah.
it's not be an issue. But you're a married woman, maybe your husband leaves you with one with a bigger bum. He's talking about why can't you look like this one? Why can't you look
Exactly.
like this TV?
But why did he marry the person in the first case when he still had interest in her?
But for me, yet again, the Bible says we are fearfully and wonderfully made.
Yeah. Hallelujah.
Okay, so please let me talk. Yeah, so for me, I'm fearfully and wonderfully made.
Exactly.
Oh, you can't have everything.
Exactly.
You cannot.
Mm-hmm.
So I've seen people that have big bulbs and small butts. Some people have big butts, small bulbs. It's all in the works, And it depends on what you will get someone regardless. Going under the knife or not, I'm telling you, even if you go under the knife, you might discourage the man at the end of the day because it's like, oh, this is not real. This is man-made. This, and then that man that you were so desperate to please would eventually leave.
Yeah.
And then what happens to you? At the end of the day.
And that's why I said whatever makes you feel comfortable. Do not do it because of a person.
What about the confidence?
Do not do it because of a person.
Yeah.
If it doesn't please you,
It's hard
don't
to
do it.
that. Women are wired genetically to please men. So I think really this conversation is
For me,
designed
if
towards
I
the men.
decide to
If
go-
they would be if they would be more considerate like this, oh, she's fearfully and wonderfully made.
I beg.
We are animals. We are trying to mate. We are trying to attract
I
men.
beg-
We're doing what the men
I
want.
beg to disagree about that comment that women are wired to please men. No,
That's not my
I don't
own.
agree
If
with
I
that.
do anything, it's because of
I wanna do it.
confidence.
Forget wired to please
for
men.
myself. Not to please any man, really.
Exactly, because if we have that mindset of women are wired to please men, I know that many women are wired to please men. I can agree if you say that. But if we generalize it, culture,
we want to please the men.
But even culturally, especially Africans living in diaspora, they have come to realize themselves. They are not doing things to please
Let
men.
me teach you something about unconscious bias. This is an unconscious thing. We are unconsciously trying to please the men. If all the men come now and say, you know what? I love woman with big belly, overweight, small breasts, saggy tits. Cosmetic surgery will go out of style. They will all go out of business. I know that we are not consciously saying. We think this is coming from our own brain, but really subconsciously we are going along with what we think the males in our society need and want and what they have expressed. I truly
maybe, but social media is another thing. You're just seeing a lady somewhere all of a sudden being circled up by some men, or you feel like, oh, why is it that this person is always meeting this and meeting that and meeting that person? Social media is another thing that is, taking us astray. That is, making people go astray, because sometimes it's not about the men, but you suddenly see some, and even tailors are doing a lot of work now. You don't need to have that 8. They will put it in for you, and then you see the social media, and you would not.
this one.
They are many African tailors can do this one. Please, you don't even need to go under the knife. You will come out looking like that.
And what happens after you take off everything? You have to turn the lights off.
Exactly. That's why I said. That is why I said social media has a way of doing it. Apart from just men.
I was reading a story recently, and the lady wore a padded, this yarn.
And she
It
pulled.
rained,
And then the pipe shifted.
You see, that stuff got soaked, and then she was walking, so she said, oh, she didn't know if to protect herself.
Or to protect the
The thing moved, and the yarn shifted, and it was hilarious, really, but just be yourself. You don't have to do all that, because you can look at her. She went out and she didn't know it was going to rain.
Well, like I said, I'm indifferent. Be yourself. If being yourself is going under the knife, go under the knife. If it's not, well and well.
We've had a lot of banter, a lot of solid points for and against. Let me hear everybody's view for and against cosmetic surgery.
Okay, so for me, if it's a constructive surgery, please go ahead and do it. But if it's something just to you just want to feel good, look better. Personally, I believe we are all wonderfully and fearfully made. I kept saying that, but that is my belief. And naturally, I just feel people should just be themselves. You actually don't need to please anyone. Just be yourself and be okay, be comfortable with your body. It's God's given. You can't change it. So leave it as it is.
Well, for me, if being yourself means going under the knife, do it. If being yourself means sleeping in the gym or at the gym, do it. Whatever being yourself means, or whatever makes you feel self-confident in, you step out of your car, you are walking on the street, and you will not be looking like, oh, everybody's looking at me. Whatever that means for you is what you should do.
For me, it's if you've got the funds, you feel you want to look better, you want to look smart,
Go ahead and do it.
go ahead, go under the knife. There are better ways of not even having the whole surgery, Go ahead and just get the body you want. Get the banging body you want anytime. That's it.
I'm with you, sister. For me, it's about drinking your water and
Minding your business. Thank you.
Each person has autonomy over their own body.
Yeah.
I know historically we were raised more in a patriarchy, but I think women now are becoming more confident and more feel better about making decisions that feel good for them. We should not judge.
Yeah.
I respect everybody who is against it. But if a woman feels that she's spoiled, who are we to judge? It's not your body, yo.
Yeah,
It's not you gonna be swelling, It's not your problem, It's not you It's not you will be sad, though.
You already said it. Drink water and mind your business.
Drink your water and
Mind your business.
Okay, well said, everybody. I personally would still insist on, being against, which is my opinion, and I'm actually looking at it from this very strong point. I'm a believer. I'm a strong believer, and I believe in the Bible. And the Bible tells me that my body is the temple of the Holy Spirit. So I personally would choose not to go for the surgery. So it's okay. It's
I don't want to say
whatever
anything
you want to do, it's fine. Whatever will help your self-esteem is good. But for me, it's a no, and that's it.
Okay.
Okay, great discussion, ladies.
Thank you.
High five, Tommy.
Tommy is like, no, these ones are for.
We live a life of hustle, but smile, man, despite the troubles.